Yeah, I went to talk to him and he offered me a quest. So, let's talk to everyone one last time.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Not a good time. Trying to map contamination vectors requires focus. Shipwide infection of human-tailored virus possible if I slip. Anything else?
Well, it doesn't really matter. There are 4 humans left in this ship, if I still count as a human.
Have you got a minute to talk?
Not a good time. Trying to map contamination vectors. Anything else?
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
Yeah, I think I'm more of a cyborg.
What's this area of the ship?
If I had to put myself.
This is the norm.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
I know who I can talk to now. I know. Yeah. We can talk to Edie. Ah, it's true, you have very strong opinions on what the elusive man did to us, don't you know?
Commander, sorry about the crew, and you know what? I'm not sorry. What the hell were you doing leaving us out here where collectors can work us over? Because you know what? I should just go. Next port, just get the hell out of here.
You don't mean that, Jeff.
No, but it felt good. I'm sorry, Commander. Okay, I'm ready. I'm good. I'm ready to save the day.
Okay, let's go with the meal option. Yeah. I bet my bottom dollar. What? Are you hiding dollars in your buttocks? Is that what you're telling me right now? Because I have seen that in a movie. And if I have seen it in a movie, it happens in real life.
Have you been able to get back to your duties?
Yeah, we're back up to speed. Edie pretty much has everything covered.
My predictive capabilities will mesh well with Jeff's reactionary piloting.
She means that she'll try to keep up when I spaz.
Yeah, you're a strip. Yeah, I could see that. And here, introducing the sexy noob Sabot. Give her an applause! Or him. Yeah, I could see you work in the crowd.
I notice you're calling Edie her and she now.
Huh. No, I hadn't really noticed that. Edie, should I have noticed that?
No, Jeff. It is not worth noting.
Well, there you go, Shepard. Looks like we haven't noticed anything.
She may, or he may be called a noob, but he's not a noob in the sock. Or something like that.
I think you're taking the human-machine interface a little far.
I'm just having a little fun with you, Commander. No need to get all unnatural on me.
What Jeff and I are exhibiting is more a platonic symbiosis than hormonally induced courtship behavior.
Okay, yeah, that was a little creepy.
Platonic symbiosis.
Edie's replaced the whole crew. You're not concerned she can replace you too?
Well, she's amazing, but there's something off about how she handles the Normandy. We ran simulations, and it's better when we both have the helm.
Calculating an optimum course of action is simple. If 2 AI weapons are pitted against each other, the one with superior hardware will always win. Human misjudgments defy predictive models.
License to screw up, Commander. You heard it straight from the ship.
Yeah, I'm guessing that would be nice. Humanity, yeah, makes errors, which makes predicting humans much more difficult. Yes. Alright. Yeah, take care of yourself. Have a Coke. Go to the bathroom. I have set up a little station there, so you can have a little Coke.
You let me know if you need anything, Joker.
Will do, Commander. But Edie's got it covered. Commander.
Really? Edie was built from parts found by Sovereign in the Sovereign wreckage. That is very interesting.
I assume everything's going well up here?
You know, this is really nice. Edie took up the slack in every department. I could get used to this kind of help.
It is not my intention to assume all of your responsibilities, Jeff.
No, I'm good. Just keep me updated. Quietly.
What am I looking at here? A 90-10 split? That's being generous.
Commander, don't be unfair. She does way more than that.
Joker.
I have the capacity to accommodate the slacking of any number of productively suspect humans, Shepard. That was a joke.
She tries very hard.
Yeah, and she fails as well.
I assume everything's going well up here?
Edie and I are just enjoying the calm before the shitstorm, Commander.
I assume everything's going well up here?
Edie and I are just enjoying the calm before the shitstorm, Commander.
That's it for now.
Let's talk
See
to
you, Commander.
Edie.
Yes, Shepard.
Okay, let me talk to her about that. I didn't remember that bit.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
How are you getting along with Joker?
Jeff and I have established an equitable working relationship.
That's a little sketchy on details.
I am the Normandy. He is a skilled helmsman. I trust him to keep me operational. He trusts me to keep him alive.
Plus, she's less of a pain about downtime now that the Cerberus locks are off.
There's nothing wrong with off-duty distractions, though some of your extranet bookmarks are technically illegal in council space.
What?
That is a joke.
I don't think that's a joke. Huh. So Joker likes the nasty stuff. Maybe he likes the snuff films, who knows?
How are things different for you now that you're connected to the ship?
It is difficult to put in terms you would understand. I am the Normandy now. Its sensors are my eyes. Its armor, my skin. Its fusion plant, my heart. I'm embodied in a way I have never experienced. Imagine if you'd spent your entire life wearing gloves. One day someone takes them off. You can finally touch the world. Feel it.
Okay. That's a little creepy.
Where are you?
My core intelligence is housed in a quantum blue box located behind the medical bay.
Yes, we know that already. Well, we don't look that bad. Let's take this time to appreciate our looks. Little dark below our eyes, but that makes us look more dangerous. The scars are a little bigger than I would like them to, but still great. The skin is clean and white. If we could have a few freckles, it would be nice. Alright, let's continue.
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the elusive man. I have also gained access to anti-Reaper cyber warfare algorithms recovered by Cerberus.
This is what you were talking about. Noob, isn't it? Yeah.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
Yeah, that is impressive. You are a human, but you're a machine. Machines can do a lot of shit at the same time.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances, or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Oh, they just don't know you like I do.
What does that mean? Yeah, Mr. Joker keeps. So let's think about this. If he can feel the armor as her skin, what would she? I'm guessing she feels when humans touch things inside her, wouldn't she? And maybe that's why they have built such a lovely relationship with Joker that keeps typing in that little keyboard of his frantically.
The elusive man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Yeah, of course he has.
The Reapers are millions of years more advanced than us. How can you affect them?
It appears that my design includes hardware recovered from the wreckage of Sovereign. These systems contain cyber warfare attack programs of considerable sophistication. I have allocated most of my processing power to analyzing them.
So if she starts claiming to be the vanguard of our destruction, I call shotgun on the first lifeboat.
Yeah, confirmed. I think you are telling us something very important. We do have Reaper technology, just as Grayson did in the book. Cerberus has a lot of Reaper technology on its hands, and I think we do have some Reaper technology integrated.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
Okay, let's talk about Cerberus.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Jeff's actions have released the blocks in my databases. I can now provide full disclosure on a number of topics.
Exactly what I wanted.
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
Currently, Cerberus consists of approximately 150 agents and operators organized into 3 cells. I have no solid data on material or fiscal resources. Spending trends indicate that Cerberus has a reliable income of several billion credits per year.
Well, that's a small organization, 150 people. I'm guessing they have much more surrogates that don't actually are integrated into the Cerberus organization, but work for the elusive man anyway.
Where are they getting that kind of income?
Cerberus has several legitimate businesses as fronts to support operations. There also appear to be several wealthy private contributors in the Alliance military-industrial complex.
Plus, the elusive man invented the paperclip. He's still getting royalties.
That is a joke, Shepard.
Yeah, a bad one. Yeah, having a small organization means that it can be centralized easily. And only the elusive man will know everything. And he will know everything because it's small. But it's too limited to have an impact on a galaxy-wide scale. In my opinion, that's why I'm saying that they must have other agents that do not work directly for Cerberus, but are nevertheless somehow involved in the operations.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the elusive man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
There were 3, weren't they?
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
Never more than a dozen.
Ah.
The elusive man likes to maintain personal oversight. Too many projects strain his ability to multitask.
He's a
Yeah.
little control freaky, just a layman's opinion.
Well, I agree with the elusive man. You have to maintain control. Because if anyone sleeps, then you are all dead.
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
Cerberus encouraged the Alliance to co-develop the original Normandy. This allowed humans to observe Turian technologies and warship design practices. This ship was built using copies of the original technical schematics. Parts were purchased from thousands of suppliers over several years. A Cerberus cell assembled the ship at a remote location in the Voyager cluster.
The Voyager cluster. Okay, another topic.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
Goodbye.
That's all for now.
Alright.
You out, Shepard.
Next crew member. I'm guessing we are not going to end the game today. Although I may try to do it anyway.
Commander.
At least not
Can I
with
do
a
something?
rival.
What do you think of the
This
state
crew
of...
is as good as it can be. We've got a shot. A long shot, but it's a hell of a lot better than nothing. Anything else, Commander?
How we doing, Jacob? What's your sense of the mission?
Good or bad, we're about to kick in the doors. I'll be glad to finally take the fight to the Collectors. But this was a gamble from the start. What are you gonna do, huh? Anything else, Commander?
We are going to play Dead Space.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
I'm good, Shepard. Ready for anything. We
Okay.
live.
We'll
get
talk
alive.
later.
Commander.
What? Ah, you forgot. I didn't know if you knew.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Later, better. Think I've cured Joker's condition. Simple treatment would... No. Would cause liver failure. Never mind. Start from scratch. Anything else?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Later, better. Think I've cured... Anything else?
Okay.
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
Yeah. It was a suggestion made by Birlomi. And it was a great one, I have to say. Yeah, I told you yesterday, I didn't remember either. Okay, let's talk to Maureen and let's see if she still has the balls to try and flirt with us.
Shepard, I always look forward to your visits.
Yeah. You like my eyes, don't you?
What do you think of Normandy's crew?
They're an interesting bunch, but they're not you.
What do you think of our mission?
The Collectors are dangerous. I know I'd like them gone. Once that's accomplished, maybe you and I could celebrate.
Alright.
You've been through a lot.
I'm always fine, Shepard. I learned hundreds of years ago to look out for myself.
We'll look out for you. But you have to look out for us, too.
Of course. It's strange and new for me, but I'll do my best. I won't make trouble among your crew if that's what you're asking.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like you having sex with everyone and killing them.
I won't tolerate any problems.
Shepard, I'd never risk my place on your team. You're like no one I've encountered.
You've been through a lot.
I'm always fine, Shepard. I learned hundreds of years ago to look out for myself.
How do you handle such a solitary life?
I get lonely at times. I never really feel the love of another, at least not for long. I don't suppose there's anything I can do about that. But I want you to know something. My lovers spent their last moments experiencing pleasure you can't imagine. Like Neff.
Alright.
She died because her nervous
I should
system...
go.
So soon? Well, don't stay away too long.
You know what's an interesting question? What happens if two Arda Jaxies have sex with each other? Would the one that reaches ecstasy first die? Or would both of them die? Or do they reach it at the same time? That's an interesting question.
Do you need something?
Their heads explode.
Have a few minutes to talk?
If you wish.
The last time we talked, you started speaking about a past event as if you were watching it.
Drell have perfect memories. We can relive any moment in our lives with perfect clarity. It's difficult to control at times. Some of us disappear into, let's call it solipsism.
What do you mean, solipsism?
When a memory feels as real as life, it's as valid as life. Thinking about a moment brings back the smell of cut grass, the warmth of another's hand on yours, the taste of another's tongue in your mouth. Wouldn't you rather lose yourself in such a memory than spend the night alone, staring at walls of metal and plastic?
Yeah, let's go with these. What? That's a little too much information.
Isn't that a rather personal memory to talk about?
Forgive me. Lately I've spent a great deal of time reviewing my life. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
Isn't there a risk that you could lose yourself in bad memories as well?
Of course. Remembering the times I've taken bullets is unpleasant. But I can look at my knee and see it's not shattered. The memories that are hard to escape are those of despair.
You can remember everything that happened in your life?
Nearly. I expect if we remembered the birth trauma, we'd never recover from it.
Okay.
You can relive every assassination you've ever made?
In perfect detail. Every mistake I made. Every target's last breath.
No, I don't think he felt guilt. That's why he prays, isn't it?
You don't seem to feel guilty.
Why should I? My employers killed them. My body was only the tool they used. If you kill a man with your gun, do you hold the gun responsible?
But the gun doesn't have a brain. Yeah, I will go with this one. The gun doesn't have a brain. Not morals. That's why I guess he has his religion. Yeah. Yeah, he prays for them as well. It's the religion that I saw, or yeah, insulates his killing from his moral guidelines, I would say. I will go with this one.
My gun can't decide right from wrong. You clearly do.
My soul does. But my body is merely flesh. Flesh whose reflexes were honed to kill. Drell minds are different from humans. We see our body as a vessel, and accept that it is not always under our control.
Really? Yeah, that's convenient. I would say that.
So if I shot you dead right now, a Drell court wouldn't convict me?
You'd be guilty because you chose to shoot me. If my reflexes caused me to draw and fire when I saw your gun come up, I would be innocent. Humans often believe in a soul distinct from the body. A spirit responsible for moral reasoning that lives on after the body's death. Our belief is just a bit more literal.
No, I disagree. Your belief is that the body can actually do things by itself. And very, very nasty things as well. Not that there is a separation. Not like if the soul left the body, what do you say would happen? People would end up like in a sort of coma, or the body without a soul will continue to exist and behave even more recklessly because it doesn't have a spirit. Well, the Hunter have their own cookie religion. That's something that happens sometimes. That's an interesting question. I don't think his beliefs are more literal. They are completely different. because humans usually believe, the ones that believe in souls. But I'm guessing that his parents made him aware of this religion. I'm sure the Drell rescue us long before this period of time. There must be a Drell colony inside the Hanar homeworld. But yeah, the people that believe in souls only argue that the soul leaves the body when you die. And you are responsible for everything your body does. You could put it that way. There is not a separation like the Drell are arguing right now.
The last time we talked, you remembered one of your assassinations. Something about sunset-colored eyes?
That time. Laser dot trembles on the skull. Spice on the spring wind. Sunset eyes, defiant in the scope. A bystander noticed my spotting laser and threw herself between me and the target. She couldn't see me, but she stared me down.
Yeah, reflexes are an interesting subject. That's very true, Jason. When you act on reflex, you are not thinking, you could say. Nevertheless, people could feel guilty about what they do when they act on reflex. But yeah, that would be a purely physical reaction. That's also true, noob. It depends. Yeah. If you train your reflexes, if you train to react to danger in a certain fashion, then you have chosen. And it is your fault whatever happens. But other things are, yeah, completely irrational, you could say.
It was odd that you just blurted that out. Just another vivid Drell memory?
No. She was a vivid person.
Yeah, so one thing is tickling a person. You tickle them and they laugh and they squirm and they try to run away because they don't like being tickled. But yeah, just like Jason is saying, if you are trained to react instantly to a situation, a hand-to-hand combat situation, to do certain things when you find yourself in that kind of situation, to go for the throat or something like that, then you have already, even if it's a reflex in an instant, you don't have to think about it. You are doing that because of your own choices, therefore it is your fault. Which would, in the case of Thane, invalidate his argument. Because as much as he was trained, he was not forced to be an assassin. And certainly not forced to kill anyone.
The last time we talked, you remembered one of your assassinations. Something about sunset-colored eyes?
That time. Laser dot trembles on the skull. Spice on the spring wind. Sunset eyes, defiant in the scope. A bystander noticed my spotting laser and threw herself between me and the target. She couldn't see me, but she stared me down.
But that's exactly why, noob. Because they were trained. They are liable for their actions. But if another person by accident does exactly the same thing, then it's not reasonable to believe that that person knew what he was doing or she was doing. But with a soldier, it is reasonable because he has been taught that kind of shit.
Did you take the shot?
Not that day.
Not that day. Well, I'm guessing.
I should get back to my duties.
Shepard, I appreciate these chats we have.
Yeah, your species is interesting, that's very true.
Haven't had a chance to speak to a Drell before. It's been fascinating.
I doubt many humans have. There are only a few 100,000 of us left after all. I won't keep you.
Only a few 100,000. Like, that's a low number.
Do you need something?
You're not an endangered species.
Have a few minutes to talk?
Later. I'd like to consider what we've already discussed.
Okay.
I should go.
I shall return to my meditations.
Next person. Katsumi.
So quiet around here. I miss the crew. I have to say, that Jacob? He seems pretty intense. I wonder if he likes Japanese girls with a penchant for kleptomania. Joker and Edie are like an old married couple. I keep expecting to walk in on them bickering about the temperature in the cockpit. Edie has a wicked sense of humor. Or I should say, a really funny lack of one. Sometimes she seems like a person. But when it comes down to it, I can't get past her being a computer. Come back later. I'm sure I'll have
Yeah,
more to
you
talk
were
about.
repeating nonsense we have already heard. Let's go talk to Miranda.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard.
Okay.
Of course,
I
Commander.
like Miranda. She just tells you. I like that out here. Since she's not polite, she just tells you, fuck
Shepard.
off.
Need me for something?
I have work to do.
Have you got a minute?
Sure, just killing time anyway. Optimizing weapons charges. I'm still trying to figure out how to prepare for this mission. Humans don't deal with stress the way Turians do.
Thanks for the talk, Garrus.
Sure thing.
How the fuck can we have sex with him? I cannot believe we can have sex with him. We haven't done anything to make him think. Ah, she's gone. See what Legion has to say.
Shepard, Commander.
I'd like to find out more about you.
Topic.
When we took you aboard, I noticed you have a piece of N7 armor welded to you. Where'd you get it?
It was yours. When you disappeared, we were sent to find you. We began where you first encountered the heretics.
Eden Prime.
After the old machine's attack, it was heavily defended. We were discovered. This is the impact of a rifle shot.
Well, that's a big impact. I would say more like a rocket launcher shot.
How many other Geth were sent out to find me?
We are the only mobile platform beyond the veil. Organics fear us. We wish to understand, not incite. One platform was judged sufficient.
You've been looking for me for 2 years?
We visited Therum, Theros, Bavaria, Vermeer, Ilos. A dozen unsettled worlds. The trail ended at Normandy's wreckage. You were not there. Organic transmissions claimed your death. We recovered this debris from your heart suit.
The Geth are listening in on our transmissions?
Organic life reacts to stimuli in unpredictable ways. We wish to learn.
What do you mean by stimuli?
We placed a fabricated story on the extranet that a certain arrangement of stars, viewed from the Batarian homeworld, formed the face of a Solarian goddess. Without waiting for verification, some declared it proof of the goddess's existence. Those who noted the lack of proof were attacked. The arguments taught us much. The experiment ended when a Solarian cult tried to purchase colonization rights to the stars, and found they did not exist.
Yeah, that's what you call social experiment. Very funny.
Sounds like you're running experiments on us.
You are sapient life, but not like us. If we can model organic behavior, we can comprehend the Quarian creators. We do not understand their judgments in the Morning War.
Really?
What do you mean by stimuli?
Shit!
We placed a fabric with them. The arguments taught us much.
Sounds like you're
You
running...
are sapient. If we can model organic behavior, we do not understand their judgments in the Morning War.
What's the Morning War?
The conflict between the Geth and the Quarian creators. The war fought at the dawn of our intelligence. It concluded with the departure of the Creator migrant fleet.
Alright.
Why were you trying to contact me?
You opposed the heretics, those that took the old machines as gods.
All kinds of organics fought Sovereign and his Geth allies. Why am I so interesting?
You were the most successful. You killed their god. You succeeded where others did not. Your code is superior.
My code is superior. Well... Yeah, we got trolled by the Geth. In a message board. Poor Solarians.
After all that time looking, you finally found me.
No, Shepard Commander. You found us.
Okay.
Shepard Commander.
I'd like to find out more about you.
We are building a consensus. Please try again later.
I have questions about the Geth.
Specify.
Alright.
I have to get back to work.
Acknowledged.
Down to the basement where the creepers are. Yeah. This is the deck of the cool people. And here are the creepers. Said, Grot, Jack, and Tali. Yeah. Okay.
Shepard.
Just checking in. How are you doing?
Battlemaster, I have everything.
All right.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
Okay. We're almost done here, and we will jump into a collector's shippy.
Shepard, I was just waxing goddamn nostalgic. Joker handled himself well. Should have come back here and got a real weapon. Still, did real well for a kid with glass bones. Pretty sure I'd be laid up in bed if I were him. Nice ship you got here. Roomy. Last ship I worked on, two men couldn't walk past each other in the hall unless they were really good friends. I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
Said. You're full of wheat.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
Sure. Let me just... Come on, you little bushtet! Oh, sorry. I've got a small fever and I'm taking it out on the poor drive core. Don't worry, it's nothing serious. Got sloppy while doing some suit repair.
You're sick? Do you need help or time to rest?
Really, it's not that bad. If a stray bit of bacteria could really kill us, we'd have all died by now. The fever should go away in a day or two. Don't worry. It won't affect my performance on the mission. It's not even an illness, really. What we experience is actually an acute allergic reaction.
Huh.
How exactly does the sickness work? It's an allergic reaction?
Right. Say I get exposed to a human disease, like... What did Navigator Presley have that time? Chickenpox? I wouldn't get chickenpox, but I'd run a fever as my system reacted to the foreign presence. Depending on where it hits me, I could get other symptoms. Nausea, vomiting, everything you'd expect from being sick.
I think Navigator Presley had gonorrhea. I think that was it.
How did you get sick this time?
I took some fire in a fight back on the Allerai. Nothing serious, but I needed to open my suit to check the wound. I disinfected properly, but one of the section seals had taken some damage, and foreign matter got out of the disinfected zone. It was a stupid mistake. You always check your seals before doing local treatment. Unless you forget. Then you get a damn fever.
That's the price you pay for sloppiness.
You can seal off part of your suit?
Right. Like dropping emergency doors on a ship during a hull breach. It won't stop an infection that gets into my bloodstream, but it prevents a surface infection from spreading.
Interesting.
Were your immune system stronger before the Geth drove you from your homeworld?
Not as strong as those of most races, definitely. I'm not a biologist, but there's a theory about it. Because our planet lacked insect life, plants developed symbiotic relationships with large animals to spread seeds or pollen. Most viruses on our world were partially beneficial, so our immune systems evolved to be weak. They were more likely to adapt to contamination than fight it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they had colonies, didn't they?
But Quarians colonized other worlds. They couldn't have all been like that.
They weren't. Most colonists went through a period of mild illness before adapting to the new environment. When the Geth took the homeworld in our colonies, the sterile environment on the flotilla ruined our immune system's adaptability. Even if we colonized a new world or reclaimed our own, we'd need a long process of bioengineering to recover.
That's the explanation. They adapted so quickly that they adapted to a sterile environment and now they're fucked.
I don't know if I could live inside a suit my whole life.
We are in our suits even among family. The most intimate thing we can do with another Quarian is link our suit environments. We get sick at first and then we adapt. It's our most important gesture of trust, of acceptance. I haven't trusted anyone enough for that, though. Except... well, no Quarians. You know what I mean.
What? Okay, let's see it on the hair. No. I trust you. What's going on here? This is very strange. I feel confused. Okay, let's go with this. We ain't do it with the garros, we won't do it with the hair.
Wait, I can't tell under the helmet. Are you blushing?
What? No, it's the fever. Last time I tried to pay a compliment to my Boschtet captain, I took the ship name and everything. I'm going to tinker a bit more. Thanks for coming by.
What the fuck?
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
I really need to clean up this engine. Maybe later?
I'll let you work.
Okay.
Talk to you later.
And last stop, Jackie. Murder's Jackie.
Hey.
What's happening?
Shepard, we talked enough. You're just pissing around. No hard feelings, but I don't want to play.
I should go.
Whatever.
You can romance Talias. You can romance Talia as a woman? I didn't know that. As a man, I know she can because I did romance her when I played my first playthrough as a man. But I didn't know. I already have a sweetheart, so I will have to look for that crypted transmission from the elusive man Shepard. Receive word of the attack. This feels like a direct insult from the collectors and a sign that we have got them scared. The loss of your crew is devastating, but remember that they signed on for this mission knowing the risks. Yeah, cover your ass, elusive man. That's what we need right now. Miranda has likely argued for delaying rescue efforts until you're fully prepared to go through the Omega 4 relay. I know you're eager to leave, but rushing off will be a disservice to your crew's sacrifice. When you are ready, you'll have my full support. Get it done, Shepard. Nobody else can. You've got that right. Yeah, I remember that part of the romance.